Hey, Namaste. This is Sacredowl with another Real Talk by Sacredowl. Today, I want to talk about the shadow self. Yes, that part that we're always trying to run from. Well, have you ever been in the sun and you see your shadow and you do your best to run from it? It's always right there with you. It's always right there behind you. It's always right there reminding you of the shadow that your body has created that blocks the sun from hitting that point on the floor or the wall. When we flee the shadow, we flee ourselves. It's not light in there or that we can be sure of. And when that shadow that we flee with all our might doesn't go away, then it catches up to us or stays with us and trips us up at the next turn. Our shadow is a part of us that has taught us what we do and what we don't want in our life. We cannot eliminate it. What you want to do is that you want it to become your best friend. You want it to be your constant guide. You want it to help you understand what you've been through and the changes that you're going through to the degree and point to help you get out of that so that you don't make the similar mistakes in the future. It doesn't want us to suffer. It really wants us to heal. It wants us to grow. Our shadow is not our enemy, but our resistance to the shadow becomes the enemy within. We have, in all our lives, have had contrasting experiences, and these experiences are often brought up in our memories to remind us of what not to do again. So in doing that, we have to embrace that part of ourselves. But the fight comes is when we resist it. We're like, oh no, not you again. Oh no, that dark side of me. Oh no, that shadow side of me. That part of you is your best friend. It is that helped you. In the movie Little Buddha that starred Keanu Reeves, at the end, when Buddha had to face its demon, spoiler alert, the demon came out of the water as its reflection. And it then had to deal with that. And the way it defeated its demon is not by pushing it away, but by embracing it. In the movie The Matrix, the last scene when Agent Smith, who was earlier created or recreated into Neo's shadow self, it had the battle at the end. And at the end, Neo, when he tried to take Neo over, Neo embraced it and became one with it. And then Nirvana came, heaven came. You want your heaven? Embrace your darkness. Don't fight it. Let it become your friend. I am not saying to be dark. I am not saying to be light. I am saying to be both. We have these experiences because at some point, as beings of representations of spirit, we give information back to the whole so that it can have a whole idea of what's going on in everybody's life. So that people like you and I, when we are in our God self, we all have access to that information and we learn more and more every day. Your shadow self is not to be dealt with guilt, anger, or resistance. It's to be dealt with an embrace. It's to be dealt with love. It's to be dealt with a hug because it's here to help you become stronger and a better person. I am beginning to see myself every day as a person who has this nature. And when I resist it, that's when the chaos comes into my life. And I'm kind of tired of that. I'm now embracing all those parts of myself, all those things I may have done. Maybe that Snickers bar you stole when you were in 5th grade. Now you embrace it because you begin to understand why you stole it at the time. You begin to understand why you did the things at the time. And then when you understand it, you forgive it. Embrace that part of you. Become one, not two. One, not separate. I love you. Sacredowl. Namaste.